Look at that cat.
Something shifted for Ryan Reynolds. You can feel it before you can explain it. Studios are stepping back. Deals are evaporating. People who once hovered around him like he was Hollywood's favorite son are now treating him like someone they cannot afford to stand too close to. And the wildest part is that Ryan still thinks he can smile his way out of anything. Bad movies, bad press, bad choices. He built his whole identity on being untouchable. But the air around him changed, and he is the only one who hasn't caught up to it yet. Ryan has always had this talent. He knows how to make a room relax. He knows how to charm an executive out of a bad mood. He knows how to make audiences feel like they are in on a joke he has not even finished telling. That was his power, his shield, his golden ticket. But something cracked in that glow, and the shine coming off him now feels artificial, like a fluorescent light flickering in a room where the rent hasn't been paid. People are finally saying what they used to whisper. Ryan feels different. And in Hollywood, different is dangerous. Studios will tolerate jerks. They will tolerate egos. They will tolerate impossible divas who require a specific brand of imported bottled water and a 14-foot radius of emotional space. What they will not tolerate is uncertainty. They need to know what they are buying. They need to know who they are in business with. And lately, Ryan feels like someone who could invite the wrong kind of attention at the wrong time. His projects are disappearing faster than a teenage boy's browser history when mom knocks on the door. Paramount did not just decline one of his films, they dropped the whole bundle. A full package deal. 3 movies tossed out before they ever reached the runway. And studio people do not make decisions like that because they woke up in a weird mood. That kind of decision comes from a feeling, a gut instinct. A shift in the room. Something that says this risk is not worth it anymore. Paramount just sent a message. And everyone in Hollywood heard it. The safest bet in the room isn't safe anymore. And let's not pretend this is about creative differences. Nobody believes that. This is Hollywood, not a high school theater department. When a studio dumps 3 projects at once, something bigger is rattling the walls. Ryan built his whole identity on being the guy executives never had to worry about. The charming one, the stable one, the human seatbelt. But that image isn't landing anymore. The shift didn't fall out of the sky. It showed up in the way people talked about him, online, in interviews, in comment sections. Fans started side-eyeing things they never questioned before. Commentators dug into moments everyone used to shrug at. The shine didn't fade. It peeled. And Hollywood doesn't react to evidence. It reacts to tone, to perception, to the scent of a narrative turning. And then the unease finally got a center point. Headlines, accusations, pressure. The Blake Lively lawsuit didn't just put a spotlight on Blake. It pulled Ryan into the blast radius. It didn't give people permission to talk about him. It gave them a reason. Suddenly, the whispers had context. The doubts had shape. And the industry started looking at him in a way they never bothered to before. Now here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. Ryan Reynolds has never actually been that good. He's been charming about being average. That's not the same thing. Deadpool worked because Deadpool is supposed to be obnoxious. Strip away the mask and the memes, and what do you have? 20 years of the same delivery, the same voice, the same rhythm, the same smirking, I'm too clever to care attitude. It's cute until people get tired of it. Outside of Deadpool, his filmography looks like a bargain bin sale. Red Notice was Netflix's most expensive nap. Free Guy had the cultural impact of a screensaver. The Adam Project? People don't even remember he was the lead. But he kept getting greenlights because the persona convinced executives he was a safe investment. He could sell mediocrity like it was premium content. Until the room got tired of being sold to. Executives don't panic about accusations. They panic about investor emails. And right now, Ryan's name makes investors flinch. Not because Hollywood suddenly developed a moral compass, but because bad press hits the bottom line. His brand used to be his greatest asset. Now, it's the liability sitting in the notes section of every finance meeting. The confidence that used to feel bulletproof now reads like misdirection. Every joke feels like a story he doesn't want told. Every post about Blake feels like PR triage. The nice guy act stopped working the second people realized it was camouflage. Nothing about him became more dangerous. He just became visible. And Hollywood hates when the magic trick looks obvious. Paramount didn't shelve 3 movies because they had creative questions. They shelved them because the risk changed overnight. Attaching Ryan to a project suddenly comes with an asterisk, a discussion, a contingency plan. Nobody wants to walk into a board meeting with the guy in the lawsuit on the agenda. The truth is simple. Ryan built a career on being likable. And likability is the cheapest, most fragile currency in Hollywood. It only spends if people want to root for you. The second they start looking for reasons not to, it evaporates, and people are looking now. Hard. He's not canceled. He's just ordinary. And without the charm carrying him, ordinary doesn't sell tickets. The real problem for Ryan? He thinks this is a phase. He thinks the next Deadpool will reset the board. He thinks time will wash away the headlines. He thinks if he keeps smiling and posting the right jokes, the public will fall back in love with him. They won't. This industry forgets kindness instantly, but it never forgets when someone stops being profitable. And Paramount just proved it. 3 movies, gone, not delayed, not adjusted. Shelved. Because Ryan Reynolds isn't the solution anymore. He's the problem. And here's the part that should honestly keep Ryan up at night. Hollywood doesn't announce when it's done with you. It doesn't lower the lights or cue the sad piano. It just stops calling, stops caring, and stops pretending your name still moves the room. That's where he is now. Not canceled, not exiled. Just quietly filed under no longer worth the hassle. And that's the death nobody warns actors about. Not scandal, not a flop, irrelevance. The moment everyone collectively decides you're more work than reward. He'll keep smiling through it because that's his whole act. He'll crack a joke, he'll post a selfie, he'll try to charm his way back into relevance like the oxygen in the room didn't just get thinner. But the industry already shifted its weight to the other foot, and once Hollywood leans away from you, there's no universe where it leans back. Ryan keeps waiting for things to bounce back. But the truth is, things did bounce. Just not in his direction. Honestly, at this point, the safest place for him might be inside that Deadpool mask. At least the studio can't see the panic in his eyes. If you made it this far, congrats. You officially know more about Ryan's career trajectory than half the executives avoiding his calls. Hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment so the algorithm knows you're here for the drama.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
Because Hollywood may keep its mouth shut, but I won't.
That's my opinion!